I think people have different definitions of beauty. If I have a piece of land, I want to grow stuff on it. I want to interact with it.
This is Iowa City Lawn Love, showcasing different ways to approach our yards. Meet Robert Blount, who moved to Iowa City with his family in 2017.
We bought this place for the yard. We loved the space.
After moving in during the winter, they were eager to start working in the yard as soon as the ground thawed. But when the spade hit the dirt, they were in for a big surprise.
It was solid clay. The ground was solid clay. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
For the past several years, Robert has been trying different ways to reestablish that soil.
I want to restore the soil so it's the spongy, soaky, collect that water instead of losing it.
He's planted a prairie strip, mixed in compost, and added things like miscanthus, shrubs, and deep-rooted native plants.
My thinking is that slowly is going to break things up and start to integrate organic matter down into the clay and increase our porosity so that we can soak in those heavy rains.
And this whole undertaking is being done without chemical application.
We live on a watershed that feeds into Clear Creek. We're only 5 miles from the water intake for University of Iowa. So kind of advocating for pesticide reduction.
Rural Iowa gets a lot of attention when it comes to the state of our water quality. Robert doesn't dismiss that, but believes urban areas need to be more progressive too.
We as city dwellers have a big responsibility for our environment. In Iowa, it's not just the farmers that are dumping pesticides and nitrates. It's also this very high pressure on urban landscapes to be just exactly perfect in this way. Whereas if you let things go natural, you don't need all of that application, and it's better for the environment.
They also grow food to eat, hops for brewing beer, flowers for pollinators, and even keep bees on the property.
They're a lot of fun to hang out with and interact with, and the honey's pretty sweet too.
A lot has changed on this property in the 7 years the Blounts have lived here. And while many neighbors have embraced the change, Robert has also run into people who oppose his approach.
I have a strong feeling about sharing that and the beauty of it. I'm certainly sad when neighbors are upset about it, and I don't want that, but it does happen because it is kind of getting people uncomfortable.
Although unapologetic, Robert is happy to communicate his goals with neighbors and explain why these principles matter.
It's kind of slowly changing people's expectations to say, hey, you know, this is beautiful. This is another kind of beauty that can reside alongside the golf course beauty. It doesn't all have to be exactly the same. We can support diversity